Why is housing such a nightmare for some people, while for others it seems like the problem just disappears? Today, I want to break this down with a simple formula that helps explain exactly where people hit the wall, and why solutions dry up once you climb a little bit up the income ladder. In America, if you have no money, there are programs and shelters. If you have very little money, there are subsidized options. But if you're just above that line, suddenly you fall into the gap. You can't qualify for assistance, but you still can't afford market rent or a down payment. Then once you have solid money, the problem basically goes away. So how do we define this problem in a way that works for every city, every state, no matter the cost of living? That's where this formula comes in. First, we have to recognize that a dollar means something different in Portland than it does in rural Kansas. So we normalize income by the area median income, or take your household income divided by your area's median income for your household size. That gives us a number we can compare across cities. Think of it like a leveling tool. Now, there are two ceilings. For renting, the rule of thumb is you shouldn't spend more than 30% of your income. So, max rent equals 0.30 times income divided by 12. For ownership, it's trickier. Lenders look at debt-to-income ratios, interest rates, and your savings for a down payment. The formula calculates the maximum mortgage you can qualify for and then compares it to the cheapest, 25th percentile home in your market. When we map these thresholds, people fall into 4 stages. Stage A, very low income. Rent is impossible without subsidies. Stage B, the rent cliff. You just lost subsidies, but you still can't pay market rent. Stage C, the missing owners who can rent, but ownership is blocked because you can't save enough for a down payment or don't qualify for a big enough mortgage. Stage D, stability. You finally cross the line where housing isn't a problem anymore. This is the story of the housing crisis in 4 cliffs. To measure how bad it is, we calculate 2 gaps. RAG, rental affordability gap. How far your income falls short of covering market rent. OAG, ownership attainability gap. How far you are from affording an entry-level home. Plot those against income levels, and you see exactly where the pain points are in your city. Here's the kicker. Subsidies phase out faster than your income rises. That means when you finally start making a little more money, your net housing power actually goes down. That's the benefit cliff. And it's why people feel punished for climbing out of poverty. So when we talk about housing policy, we can't just focus on the very bottom or celebrate the very top. The real crisis is in the middle. People who are working, earning, saving, but are stuck between rent that's too high and homes that are out of reach. This formula helps us find those cliffs, and once we can measure them, we can actually fix them. If you found this breakdown useful, hit like, share this with someone who cares about housing, and subscribe for more real estate and community insights. See you next time.